What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is Rustbeard. Sorry I have taken so long to make videos lately. I took some time for the holidays, of course, but I know my most recent video was my Happy New Year's video, which that was pretty much the only thing I was planning on putting out around that time anyway, just because I had family down for the holidays and we had a lot going on. But it was a great time. I'm glad that I got to see everybody when I did. And yeah, now that we're kind of easing back into the new year, we can probably get back to making some videos. The Ranking Dungeon series, I'll probably have started again here in a little while. I'm going a little bit slower on that one, just because I just have been crammed with stuff. I mean, I've been working on some new music. I've got an EP coming out on February 3rd, and I've got a single with a collaboration from the new Bonnie coming out on January 31st. So make sure you stay tuned, check that out. I will definitely be posting it on all of my stuff. So yeah, it's been a busy time. Busy. That being said, I am back today with another video. Okay, so as you can probably tell by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about follower dungeons today, and the reason being is it's very interesting. It's a very interesting concept that we are getting more AI put into World of Warcraft. I never thought in a million years that I'd be saying that, outside of satire, of course. Yeah, we're getting more AI, we're getting more solo content, we're getting more ways to play the game, and let's just begin right off the bat and say that that is a good thing. That is a good thing that we're getting more ways to play the game. That's fantastic. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean for World of Warcraft? Well, one, if you remember my video about the filthy casuals and the elitists, anybody that's coming back to this channel probably does, because that was one of my more popular videos so far. So yeah, this is going to kind of benefit that a lot, and here's why. And I've already even seen a lot of comments on the forums. No, this is not a shit show by Taliesin and Nevitel, but there were some negative comments, of course, as there will be no matter what. However, we're going to talk about the not shit show comments, the positive comments, because, dude, there are a lot of positive comments being discussed about follower dungeons in the forums, and I love it. I think it's great. Now, the reason I want to talk about it personally, and why it relates to my video about the filthy casuals and the elitists and stuff like that, is because most of the comments that I've seen are talking about how this is going to be a very good way for players to learn how to do dungeons. It's going to be a good way for players that may not really understand how to tank, jump into a dungeon and tank for the first time, or for the 50th time if they're just having a really hard time getting it. Maybe it will help a lot of people learn how to heal, or maybe it'll teach people how to use their rotation a little bit better without people just breathing down their neck all the time and wanting them to go fast, which is an impossible way to learn the game for some people, you know? So, I mean, I like to learn at a quick pace, so I don't mind people being like, hey, we gotta do this, and this really fast, or whatever. That's fine. But again, I'm not the target demographic for follower dungeons. This is going to be a normal difficulty, I believe. I don't think that they're going to be putting heroic or mythic into this rotation, which is another topic we're going to discuss here in a little while. But that's okay. I think that normal is fine. LFR is fine. This is going to be a story mode kind of thing, a learning experience, not a competitive thing. There's no reason to put this into competitive play, because there's already plenty of it. There's already plenty of competitive rating, there's already plenty of competitive PvP, there's plenty of 1v1 stuff that people can do. Duels, for example, people can turn competitive, you know. There's absolutely no reason to turn this as well into a competitive mode of play. And I think that, personally, I would like to keep it that way. I would like to keep follower dungeons a solo content thing that is not competitive, that people can jump into, learn how to do their rotation, learn how to tank, learn how to heal, whatever, at their own pace. And that's just the way that I think that it should be. Now, right off the bat, they're only going to have certain dungeons available for this follower dungeon thing, which is fine. I'm sure they will add more, if not all of them, in the future. they've got to obviously route all of the NPCs through each dungeon, make sure to train the AI on each dungeon so they don't do crazy wacko stuff, which I'm sure they'll probably do for the first little bit. There's going to be bugs, and we all know that. But the Ruby Live Pools, Nakun Defensive, Brackenhide Hollow, Halls of Infusion, Algathar Academy, Neltharius, the Azure Vault, Uldaman, Legacy of Tyr. Those are the only dungeons that are going to be available as of right now with the follower dungeons, which is fine. That's cool. I would have loved to see some of the more legacy dungeons come out for this, but I'm sure they'll probably add them, where they'll add like a feature to do legacy dungeons with follower dungeons or whatever available. Only time will tell. We will see. It is going to allow you to do them on LFR, so you can either just go to the dungeon, I believe. I want to say I read that you can just go to the dungeon and there's like a mode for it or something. Like, I'm assuming you just right click your profile picture and like, you know how you can choose a difficulty of a raid or whatever that way. I think it might be something like that, or you can do LFR. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I feel like I read that somewhere and I'm not finding it now. So, okay, so they're going to add a dungeon assistance button as well. So if you want to lead the dungeon yourself, you're able to do that 100%, or you can choose one of the NPCs that joins with you to lead the dungeon instead. And there's a convenient little button, which I guess it's right here. I was covering it with my head, but this button, if you toggle it, will allow you to switch the leadership role to one of the NPCs that are in the dungeon with you, so you do not have to lead the group. Or you can toggle it off. It seems like you can do this during the dungeon as well, so that's really cool. You're not locked into it. Maybe you do want to lead for some of it, and maybe some of it you don't want to lead and so forth, so there's that. And yeah, overall, I think that this is a very positive thing for the game. I think that we are going to be seeing a lot more people that are understanding the mechanics of certain dungeons and understanding the way each class is played. I know that if this was available when I was trying to learn the game and trying to learn new classes, and there's even a couple classes that I'm personally not very good with, that I would probably do this for to learn the classes. Like rogues, for example. I'm not the greatest with rogues. I think out of all the classes, I probably have played the rogue least, other than, I guess, Dragthyr, but or Evokers. Yeah, I would jump into one of these or a couple of these just to kind of learn how to rogue a little bit better, or how to evoke a little bit better, and so forth. I think that this is a very positive thing for the game, and I'm glad that it's here. I will probably do another video on these once I've actually been able to try these. I know for 10.2.5, I do have a video coming out for the Reclamation of Gilneas, as well as another one of these I would like to do a video on, just to kind of give a more hands-on opinion and approach to, because I think that this is a super cool thing. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm very much looking forward to it. I think that we are going to be seeing a much more healthy way for people to learn their class and learn how to do certain dungeons, which is another reason I want them to do some legacy stuff, because I know that those are the ones that have had the most time for people to learn, but at the same time, there's still people that are joining today. There's still people that are just booting up World of Warcraft for the first time last week, you know? Like, some of those players could definitely be coming in and never have ran Utgard Pinnacle or Shadowfang Keep or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's just, it's a matter of them implementing this over time. I'm sure is going to happen, and I guess we'll see. Can't wait for it. What's up, everybody? This is Editing Rustbeard here. I completely forgot to mention the possibility of creating our own follower dungeon groups. I think that it would be really cool to incorporate this into Warband somehow, where you can check off like specific characters in your Warband to act as the party for a group, or to go into a follower dungeon. So if I want my mage, my rogue, and my warlock to be my DPS, and I have a druid that I want to heal in my character list, I should be able to click on each of those and just be like, hey, assuming the level, you know, is not an issue there. But I think that that would be super fun, and I think that that would be even more reason for people to stay hype about the follower dungeons. Don't get me wrong, I want them to be able to work out the kinks logistically first. I want them to work out the way that this works and how fluid it is first, to work out the bugs, all that kind of stuff, before they implement anything else that might be a little bit more difficult to incorporate. But I think that a goal should definitely be to allow us to pick which NPCs are joining us. Even if there's dialogue that they have for the characters or whatever, they can incorporate it into our playable characters. I feel like that's just a natural progression of things where we're going anyway. Because I would love to have my warband be the group that I take into follower dungeons, and honestly, even as a veteran player, I would probably do more follower dungeons if I was able to do that personally. That'd be cool. That'd be awesome. And yeah, please, Blizzard, make it happen. Also, give the Forsaken beards. Thanks. Bye, I'll see you. Yeah, so that's really it. I just wanted to kind of discuss a little bit about these new follower dungeons and what they could mean for the game, what they are already meaning for the game, and the positivity that they're bringing, some of the downsides that unfortunately are just going to happen because I think this is just the way that we're going in World of Warcraft anyway. But yeah, let me know what you think. What do you guys think about the new follower dungeons? Are you excited about them? Do you think that we should be putting heroic and mythic difficulties into the follower dungeon roster? Do you think that this is something that's going to benefit the overall health of the solo player base, you know, or do you think that no one's really going to use this feature at all? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Also, if you like the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button as well. It is completely free and it helps out the channel quite a bit, and I appreciate it so much. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.